Good morning, children.
Good morning, Mr. Daria. Good morning, everyone.
And good morning, children, the rest of you that are watching this assembly. Now, today's assembly, I've got class 18 with me. We're going to talk about the theme of initiative. And initiative is the value that we're celebrating and recognising this term. And initiative, if you can remember what initiative means, think about what initiative is. I'm going to ask somebody in class 18 to tell me what initiative means, if they can remember. So I think we've got Jamal. What does initiative mean? Big voice, Jamal.
I think initiative means using the things around you to solve a certain problem.
Fantastic. It's almost as if he knew what I was going to ask. So initiative is about solving problems using the resources around you, the people around you, thinking for yourselves, working out how to solve something that's causing you a problem. So I've got a problem today, and the problem is based around a story. The story is based on, you might have heard the story before, it's based on a king that had two sons, and his sons were very selfish. They were very mean and not kind to each other, and they lived in this castle, and the king was fed up of his selfish sons. So he decided to teach them a lesson. He said, right, you're going to go into the dungeon, but don't worry, I'm going to provide plenty of food for you. But I have one rule, and I'll open the door once you solve the problem. What's the problem is this, the two sons thought. But this is good, I've got all this food. The only thing is, you can only eat the food with two long-handled spoons. And I've represented the long-handled spoons by a meter stick with a spoon on the end. And what we're going to do is think about how we can solve the problem. They can only eat from using the ends, they can only hold the ends of the long-handled spoon to actually eat the food in the dungeon. And that's the only rule that the king has given them. So they can only hold the ends of the spoon, it's a metre apart, and they have to use only the ends of the spoon to eat the food that's in front of them. So I need two volunteers to be the two princes to eat this lovely food, which I'm going to represent by two sweets, which Alice Pembridge has let me have, which I'm going to put on the end of each spoon to see whether you can eat from the long-handled spoon. So I think we have Alyssa, you can be one of the princes, and if I have Cole, you can be the other one. So if you come here, and they're going to each just hold the ends of the long-handled spoon, and you can imagine there's a plate of food everywhere, and I'm going to just say to you, here's your plate of food, two sweets. I'm going to leave you to try and work out, in fact I'll give you a bit of a hand, I'm going to put that on there for you, I'm going to put that on there for you, and I'm going to see whether you can solve the problem to eat from the long-handled spoon. Very good, so pick it back up cold, and you're allowed to pick it back up on the spoon, see whether you can do that. Okay, right children, thank you. Let me just hold these for you. Now, you can see, Cole and Alyssa, that's a very difficult task, isn't it? Very hard to do, because your arms can't quite bend that much to get the even height on the big arm. Oh, and it'll probably drop off, so that isn't going to work really. So, we now to use our initiative. Our initiative, how can we solve this problem? Perhaps think about how we can work together to help eat from this imaginary plate of food in the dungeon. Anybody got any ideas? Ishan.
I've got some idea. So you'll have to feed, one of the people will have to feed to the other person, and the other person has to feed to the other person.
I think that's a really good idea. So we see if that works. So I'm going to give you that. I'll put the sweet on the end, and I'm going to give you that one cold. So you need to take it in turns, decide which one. So, Mr. Riddle trying to come in. So, now he's not going to eat that sweet because he's got a wrapper, but he's now going to. Well done. Give him a round of applause. Well done. Very good acting skills. Now, I just want to finish the assembly by just explaining something to you. That was about initiative. It's about problem solving. There was a problem to solve there, and there's a really good video on YouTube where it shows the animation of that, and I'll try and find that out for you. But it is also about working together, because what happened there, those children, they were playing the parts of the selfish prince who weren't helping each other out. But if you help each other out, sometimes you can solve a problem. So working together often is a good way of overcoming a problem. And working together sensibly thinking things through. So when your teacher say to you, perhaps talk to the person next to you or work in a group, that's using your group initiative to work out and solve a problem. And that's really, really important to do that. It's called collaboration. Another big fancy word for you. So I want to say thank you very much for listening to the assembly. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Bye.